Hi guys, it's good to reconnect and see you all again. We're obviously going through some challenging times right now, and with all of us either starting to work from home or we've been working from home already for a few weeks. So it's good to connect.
Monica,
Connecting
did
with.
you start working from home?
I've started to work from home from today, from this afternoon.
I think
I hope,
everyone.
yeah. How about you, Jessie?
I've been working. This is my second week actually working from home.
Okay, wonderful. Philip?
Tomorrow for us. And some of the people in the office are dreading it. They're absolutely dreading it.
Why?
Because I have a few people who are on their own, so no partners or family, and they live in very small either studios or whatever, and first they're not physically equipped, so they don't have an office. They're associating working from home with physical disconnect and social disconnect. So they've clubbed the three together, whilst all it means is it's physical disconnect. It doesn't have to be social disconnect.
Yes.
It's very interesting you're saying that, because what they're talking about on the news now is, yes, we're physically separated from people. The technology is available for us to communicate. And I was listening to Dubai Eye this evening, and one of the presenters said that they've spoken to their parents more in the last week or so than they have over the last 2 months. So really, when it's almost like when one of your senses have been inhibited or stopped, then your other senses kick in. It's almost the same like here as well, that we can't be next to a person, yet we're using technology to become closer to them. So that's really powerful. And I think it's really important as well.
True, and there's a huge responsibility also for leaders and managers today to make sure that their teams are always kept connected with them, especially that today we have the technology that will be able to support this. It will not be the same, definitely, as it is when working from home, from the office, but still they can make it happen, I think. It can be done.
You know, I don't know if it's not going to be the same. So I'll give you an example. When I was working in a huge bank in London, every phone had a video on it. It was like a Skype or whatever. So no matter if you phoned your neighbor, the floor below, or a completely different office, it was a video call. So from office to office, it was video call. And what they did, they introduced that technology to make sure that you never felt kind of very far apart. And we just got used to it. It was weird at first that you were, say, 50 meters away from me and I had a video with you, but at the end, it worked really well to remove distances. It's just kind of evolution and getting used to it.
True. They will have to adapt to it eventually, especially that we don't know how long this will take. Yeah. So we have a choice today, actually, to make it happen. It's all about choices, I think. Interesting, Philip, that you actually mentioned even people that they don't have spaces or they're living in a studio and they don't have a desk, because I'm having the same challenges with the employees in my company. What would be your recommendation for these people?
Wow. If you don't have a physical desk, I would maybe try to see if you can, I don't know, organize a part, even if a corner, and it sounds drastic, but a corner of your flat to designate it as this is my office, even if it's a chair and a coffee table or whatever, because then you can create a mental habit to say, I'm physically going to the office, and you leave work in the office, and then you don't blur work with home all the time, so you can have office time and then home time. And it doesn't mean it has to be grandiose, right? Literally a chair and a coffee table to put your laptop or your phone, that's it. But I would create a physical and mental distinction between this is my workplace and this is my home place. What do you guys think? What do you ladies think?
I think the same as you, because when I was writing my article and I brought this point, I was like, they just have to find a spot in their space, whatever it is. Maybe it's like, sitting on the floor with my back on the bed. I don't know. Just get out of the bed. Whatever you do, get out of the bed. Don't stay in the bed. Make sure you're wearing your clothes. Make sure you are in the mindset, as you said, as if this is now work time. Okay, so now I'm working. I'm not just chilling at home. So I think you're right, definitely. They have to do it because they will have to adapt for whatever means they have today. That's the idea, especially if today we don't have coffee shops that are open. And in some countries, they're not even allowed or entitled to get out of their houses. So they will have to make it possible inside their house.
Yeah. What do you think, Monica?
I have a similar view, which is definitely create segregation within your space, and definitely utilize that space effectively. So the bedroom, many people may think it's easy to work and sit on the bed and work. And that means that you'll never switch off because the bedroom is actually for sleeping. That's where you rejuvenate and rest. So working on a bed, even though that may be all you have, it is better to find another place. And I think having a routine as well, like if you were at work, you would have a coffee break or you would have a lunch break. So it's really important to step away from that workspace, even if it's for half an hour and you sit on your balcony or sit in a separate part of your home. It's really important to have those breaks. Otherwise, we could end up working all the time and not switch off. And that's probably one of the side effects of working from home all the time.
True, and they have to understand that today, even from working from home, they cannot expect to be as productive as if they were in the office. So they have to remember to go easy on themselves and to give some credit to themselves, because no matter how focused you are, you will lack a little bit of productivity, which is fine, which is okay. It's not a bad thing, and don't panic about it, and don't lose your focus on that point. Like, okay, I'm not able to work, I'm not able to be productive, I'm not able to give what it takes. So it's fine. Breathe in, breathe out, focus, small tasks day by day, do it, and make sure you're at least doing 2 to 3 tasks per day, because today it's not normal circumstances we're living in. So we have to understand.
And I think that's the important thing. These are extraordinary, unprecedented circumstances. It's not that an organization has created a strategy to say we are going to increase the amount of people working from home because we want to change the strategy of our company. It's not that. It's something that we've all almost been forced into. And this is something that, that's why there's discomfort. If we were prepared for this, if we had the infrastructure, if people were used to it, then it would be okay. A lot of companies do flexi working where people work 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. So if it was an extension of that, it would be different. But here, suddenly, people don't even have, I know some people who don't have internet at home. So then how do we deal with that? How do we provide them with the support? And then sitting at the dining table working 8 hours a day, I've had people complain to say it's not comfortable. So, there are things that haven't been considered, but right now we're reacting to the external circumstances, and it's the best that we can do with what we have right now. And I think that's very important.
True. Dealing with the people, usually they don't like dealing with uncertainties. So, and we're living in a world of uncertainty now. So we don't know what will happen next. We don't know if some people will even keep their jobs, or we don't know how long this will take. So as you said, it's better if we adapt as soon as possible to this, and to find our space and to find the proper mindset for this. And you don't have to sit on a in the living room, or I don't know, for 8 hours. Just walk around a little bit. You have a lot of exercises on YouTube. You have a lot now today, meditation on YouTube. You have a lot of whatever fancy on YouTube. Just take a break, take care of yourself, meditate a little bit, walk around the house. I don't know, do some jumping, dancing, put some music out loud, dance something, and change mood, and then go back to work, since we're working in the same space all day long. So we need to to take some breaks, different breaks than just the normal one that we used to take in the office when we go have a coffee with our colleague, or go to the kitchen, or I don't know, do something.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a question for you, Philip, actually. So given that you've got a lot of corporate experience and you've worked on various, I suppose, initiatives which have created uncertainty, what do you recommend that people can do, and how does that couple with your coaching offering?
Well, it's a good question. So I think the best recommendation, I can't claim it. It comes from Tony Robbins, who I used to coach for. And his favorite motto was, life is happening for you, not to you. You can choose that it happens for you. And so I tell both my client and the people I'm advising is it's actually your chance to show leadership skills. And instead of managing people and be worried about uncertainty, is literally grow and go, okay, well, we're all in the same boat. I'm not going to give up to panic. I will not just let the external element deter me from my targets. So I have quite a few clients right now where the business is still going on. You know, the company is not going to shut down. Yes, it might be challenging, but the objective are still there, and life has to go on. And so what I'm trying to help people and managers is to either over-communicate or compensate the lack of physical presence by things like Zoom, Skype, or whatever, to go, you know, as a leader or manager, you have to lead your teams. They're now looking up to you more than ever. And that's kind of the advice I give to people for the moment in this really uncertain period.
One of the things I really like, and it's what the UK government are doing, and being a Brit, obviously I'm going to praise it, but I really like the daily meetings that the Prime Minister's doing, and the fact that he has different experts coming and they all give their expertise and their opinions and what they're going to do, what steps they're going to do, and I think that's really powerful. And they all bring different energies, and for me that's leadership manifesting in during times of crises. So I think it's really important for organizations to really take some inspiration from that, or leverage their own leadership skills to support their staff, because staff are going to look up to their leaders, and for that reason, you know, it's the role of the leader to give that support, to provide that nurturing, as well as us trying to get on with our day jobs.
True, it shouldn't be about only business now. When they do these meetings through Zoom, they can have a Zoom with the whole team, you know, the whole, I don't know, maybe 50 persons, and just check one-on-one by them, what's going on with them, how they're feeling, what are they thinking about. And we as manager, what can we do to support them today? Let's make the meetings not concerning business, meetings about their well-being. And this is very important for them to know that the managers are supporting them, as you said, and the managers are here for them and to hear them, not only waiting for results or seeing what they're doing or what they're working during the day, especially now. So this is very important.
I agree.
Yeah, virtual coffee meetings.
Yeah. It would be nice, because if you do it with the whole team, and then I see Philip, he's opening up, and then Monica, she's opening up. Maybe I'm a little bit shy, but when I see everyone else is opening up, I will feel like, you know, encouraged to open up also. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. Yeah, I'm worried about the same thing that Philip is worried. And I will not feel alone about this. I will be connected with everyone else, because this is something where all of us is living. So it's very important to share it with the rest of the people and the rest of your team. You want to feel a part of a team, even if physically you're not there with them.
Yes, it is imposed today, but it's not different of day to day. If you're managing a global team, you can't meet with them physically anyway. So some of those managers already have that experience, and I think people can tap on those guys to say, well, how do you do it? Because it's not new. While the situation is new, the remote dialogue is not new in itself. So there's loads of people around who are used to do it on a day-to-day basis, and that can be used as mentors, helpers, or whatever.
Sure. They can definitely help, and they can definitely give recommendation and advices on how to do it, because they've been doing it for a very long period of time. I had actually a new employee started with us during this period when we were sitting home. And I had a Zoom call with him because we were not in the office when he joined. And I was like, so how is it going for you? He was like, actually, I've been working from home my whole life. The reason I left my job and joined Huda Lighting is because I wanted to be part of a team. So for me, this is home. For me, I'm super used to it. And I don't have a problem from working from home. So that's what you meant, I think. But the people are used to working from home. And for them, this is super normal and this is routine.
So Jessie, when is your new article coming out then? I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
Well, my new article is coming out tomorrow. Yep. So actually, I'll be talking about what we were talking now about with me, you, and Philip. It's mainly about the challenges people are facing working from home, and what can they do to make the best out of it. Okay, so mainly the challenges I will talk about, or actually I talked about, it's mainly what we spoke about it now. It's the space at home, the distraction you might have from your family, your friends, or whoever you are sitting at home with them. Even the demotivation about working alone, not having a team with you, not seeing the result of your own work, or having someone with you to guide you or on the daily basis, especially if you're not used to that. And definitely the uncertainty and that we're dealing with today, because as you said, and as we all said, we are kind of forced of staying home. It's not a decision or experiment that we decided, let's go home and see how it will go. Everyone is like, okay, now we have to stay at home. You're not allowed to get out. So people are at home. They are anxious about what will happen tomorrow. They are anxious about the well-being of their loved one that most of people may not be able to see them today. So there's a lot on their mind, and they're not able to focus. And some managers maybe are still expecting from these employees to be like 100% dedicated to work. So managers need to understand that they will have to support their team and guide them in these moments. And employees, they will need to understand also, and it's better if they focus on something beneficiary like work, rather than staying and focusing about what will happen in the work tomorrow. So we have a choice today, to choose our thoughts and to create the future that we wanted to happen. That's the full idea. It's like either you want to whine about it, or either you want to adapt, and to find the best solution or whatever you need to do. Be positive, think of a better tomorrow, and make it happen. And there's a lot of things that they can do. They can create a certain routine for them. Make a small list of tasks where they can follow it up daily. They can, meditate, find a hobby, let's say like baking, painting, cooking, or even if employees, they don't have a lot of work, like administrative employees, because they always have, tasks from different managers. Now sitting at home, they might not have a lot of tasks to do. They can always go online, do some Excel courses, to watch some lectures, read a book they always wanted to read. And at the same time, you can always exercise at home, meditate, take care of yourself, be okay if you're not productive as much as you are at work. Give yourself some credit, love yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your immune system. This is what matters today. And it's a good time to meditate. It's a good time to reset priorities. It's a good time to slow down. And it's a good time, as you said, to connect with people, even virtually, because people today, they're speaking to their parents abroad more than they've done maybe the past year. So there's always a way to connect. Just make sure you'll do the effort. Speak to your friends, speak to your family, whatever you're feeling, you're not alone. It's very important for them to know they are not alone. We are here to support each other, to help each other, and this too shall pass, like everything else. It will.
Sounds brilliant. Thank you for that, Jessie. Philip, what's your 1 or 2 tips that you would like to share with others?
Well, I think Jessie said most of them. One of them is create a routine, and because then the minute you have a routine, it's no longer a random blurb. And I think would be over communicate. So don't be worried to have a virtual coffee meeting or morning huddle to say, hey guys, how are you? And just as we were saying earlier, not just business. I would go first. I would do one meeting where business is forbidden, as in it's just a chat meeting, just to see how you are, see what you're going to do and what you've done. And you could even say, hey, what did you have for dinner? Whatever. But just bring back the human side of it. That would be my 1 or 2 tips.
Wonderful. So my first tip is to definitely meditate. Have a practice as part of your daily routine. And if you've always wanted to meditate, and this is a great opportunity, you're at home, you don't need to travel to work for half an hour or an hour. Actually use 15 minutes of that time to close your eyes, connect with your breath, use an app, and literally go quiet, go within yourself, and that benefit is huge, not only for yourself as an individual, but also for the people around you as well.
What about you, Jessie? What tips would you give us?
What else? Well, I think I said all I have on my mind, actually. Every day I will come up with new ideas, don't worry. But for now, that's it. Just like, just take good care of yourself. That's the full idea. And as you said, connect as much as you can. Don't take it as like, I'm alone and there's no one there and I cannot work alone and I cannot be alone and I'm in the house. I cannot get out of the house. Use everything that you have to make the best out of it. That's it. And everyone is there. Everyone is living the same situation today. That's a positive thing. Because it's not like someone on another world, they're living their life and you are here stuck at home. Today, literally everyone is stuck at home. Take advantage of that. Today, I can connect with my friend all the time because I know they're at home. Before that, I need to take appointment, because they have their outings, they have their schedule, they have their life. Now everyone is sitting at home, so it's easier to connect, actually.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a really useful conversation, and I really value the inputs and the contributions you've made today. And if anyone would like to know more information, or who would like to speak to one of us to learn more, to connect, to understand more about what our coaches do, or the programs we run, or anything like that, then look us up on www.getsetcoach.com, or you can also look us up on our pages as well. We'll be offering more hints and tips in the future. So if there's anything specific that you would like to learn more about, we've got other people within our team, so we can really bring in the contributions of the others. So drop us a line. Feel free to leave some comments and feedback as well. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for joining the call as well to Jessie and Philip.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Philip.